We're going to break down Brock Purdy's 4 interceptions that he had in the Monday night game against the Ravens. We're going to see exactly what was his fault, what wasn't, and how it all played out. Let's get right into it. We got 1st and 10, ball's on the 15-yard line. No need to take a shot here. We can be safe with the ball, but if you get a gimme, take it. That's kind of the mindset. Gets the ball, drops back. Second hitch, kind of sits on it a little bit on his plant. Didn't really hitch into it. I don't know, looked like he hesitated, but he was trying to hold the safety. What happens? Safety jumps in front of the ball. I don't know if Debo's running a post here. Double post would be Skinner in their concepts. I don't know if you're supposed to bend it in front of the safety, like a deep in. I'm not too sure, but he gets undercut and it's not a good look. Too much of a gimme. So right there, look, he sees the linebacker. He thinks he did enough to hold the safety, but the Ravens play a match defense. All the linebackers, all the DBs, when they're behind the receivers in coverage, their eyes are on the quarterback and reacting. So what do we get here? We get a Kyle Hamilton interception, a gimme. This ball really should have been caught right here. Should have been thrown a little bit earlier. Brock was late on the throw and he was being too risky in a spot on the field where he did not need to be risky. Gives him a gimme. He knows it too. So there's one. We're going to say one is on Brock at this point in time. 6 for 11, 127 yards. Up until that point, he was balling. George Kittle was up and down the field. It was too easy. So now they're in a weird formation, weird set here. Little play fake. So it actually wasn't a play fake. This was a scheme design. So they are running to an open edge. They're running a weak zone to an open edge, meaning if they get any pressure off this side, that is Brock's responsibility. They get a corner blitz. That would have been a blow up play to the running back. And Brock actually makes a great decision here. He's supposed to stop it and whip it out, pause, to the receiver, but the DB gets his hand on the ball and he makes a great play. And unfortunately for Brock, it's tipped and picked. So Brock's answer from Shanahan on that play, if you get corner blitz, you throw the smoke. Well, corner untouched with another defensive end pre-snap. There's a defensive end standing up outside of him pre-snap. This makes the angle of the throw really hard. And especially going to your left as a right-handed quarterback, you have to flip your hips and navigate the throw sidearmed. It's nearly impossible. I don't think he should be asked to do this. I don't think this should be a thing in this situation that he should be even required to do. I think the real check on this play should have been to run away from pressure, but that's how the play was called. I guarantee you, if all of what I just said was true, Shanahan's going to take this pick on him. So I'm going to say that this interception is on Shanahan, and it's 1 on Brock, 1 on Shanahan. So we've seen that plenty of times. Everyone wants to say, oh, he threw 4 picks. Like, yeah, he threw 4 picks, but that's not on him. 1 and 1. Not to mention, it was a hell of a play by this Ravens defender. 3rd and 5. Looks like they're going to be bringing pressure off the slot. Again, bring pressure off here, drop 2 here. We got it though. We have good protection. He kind of gets through, tries to make a play. Then there's a flag. Brock doesn't know what the flag is, so he's going to go try and play ball. At this point though, if you see it, assume that it's an offensive flag. There's no point in being risky. 3rd and 5, just throw the ball in the dirt. Throw it at McCaffrey's feet. Or once you get to this point, throw it away because most likely the flag is on your team with where the flag is being thrown on the field. And right here, goes and he tries to make a play, which this would have been a hell of a play had George caught it. Would have been a flag. They would have had 3rd and probably 15, but instead they have an interception. And this one, again, like if George doesn't try to body catch it, if he puts his arms out, then you're saying, oh, it's a hell of a throw, hell of a play by Brock Purdy. But now you're going to call it an interception, which again, like, should he have made that decision? Was it worth it? Risky at that point in time? I don't know. Brock's trying to make a play, but George tries to body catch it. The DB punches it out and it goes straight up in the air. That was a really accurate throw and a great job extending the play. I don't think you can put that on Brock Purdy either. So 1 out of his 3 interceptions right now are on him, the way that I see it and the way that I know they're talking about it in the quarterback room. So let's move on. Now this is where it starts getting out of hand. We got 1st and 10, 12 to 23. The 49ers need something here. Brock gets hit as he's throwing, and he throws it a little bit too far in front of Christian McCaffrey. We need to see from the other angle what exactly happened here on this interception. Because right here, Brock Purdy's going through his read. 1, 2, 3. This is the same exact play, basically, that he threw a touchdown to Christian McCaffrey on in the red zone last week against the Cardinals. Let's see where Christian started on this play as well. Christian starting in a weird split in the backfield. So he's got basically a Texas route or an under. He gets hit as he throws. Ball seems to be a little bit far in front. But Christian, could he have reached and batted it down? Could he have dove for it? I don't know. It's hard to see from this angle. Look, you get hit as you throw. You miss the throw. It happens. But let's see from this angle. Ball's coming out. He does not miss these throws. He gets hit. His arm gets hit as he throws. And he's not able to get through the ball. and Christian McCaffrey just barely doesn't get there. So this one, again, when you're in a quarterback room, you're going to have your coach tell you, look, man, you did what you could. You got the ball out. You got hit as you threw. Tough break. Bad break, dude. Like, it happens. But where does this start? Right tackle getting manhandled. Long-armed, swipes through. Like, that was a slow, thick pass rush, and it got to him. So the ball pops up. So at this point in time, like, what really should have happened, I'm going to say that this interception is on the offensive line. Just like the offensive line coach would say to their unit. They would say, look, man, that interception's not on Brock. He's going through his reads. They hit his arm as he threw. Like, it happens. But for people online that are just saying, look, Brock had this 4-interception game. He blew it, this and that. Like, this is not all on Brock. He has a full team around him, and he didn't play well. His coach had some bad play calls. His offensive line had some miscues. And this is why the NFL is awesome, because no matter how much you want to say this Brock Purdy MVP campaign is about his team, this bad game is also on his team just like it's on him. It happens in the NFL. It's great teams playing against great teams every week, but to write off Brock Purdy after one game because you see on the stat box 4 interceptions, I'm not buying it. So next time that you guys are going and throwing shade at all these quarterbacks because of a crazy stat box with interceptions, go back and look at the plays, see how they played out, and see exactly what happened before you just go throw blame.